What showed you that some people are wolves in sheep's clothing? Driving home from my janitor shift when CPS called me, Mr. Williams, we've received a formal complaint about severe neglect of your daughter Sadie. A caseworker is at your home now. My hand started shaking so bad I had to pull over. I literally floored it the rest of the way home and found a woman in a blazer sitting in my living room with Sadie. My 7-year-old was crying and kept asking if she did something wrong through the window. I saw Mrs. Johnson, our neighbor, watching from her porch with a worried expression. I rushed over to Sadie and she buried her face in my work uniform. The CPS worker introduced herself as Janet and started listing off accusations about Sati being chronically underdressed and showing signs of neglect. She kept looking at Sadie's purple dress, which was faded but clean, and Sati loved it. That's when my late wife's parents showed up. Richard and Carol walked in like they owned the place. They'd been notified about the investigation. Richard pulled out his phone, showing photos of Sadie at school with circles around her clothing compared to other kids. Carol suggested Sadie stay with them temporarily while I got back on my feet. The custody hearing happened 2 weeks later. Sadie sat in the witness chair with her feet dangling. "I love my daddy," she told the judge. "My clothes are special because they were mommy's. Daddy washes them every week and I don't want new ones." But the judge just nodded absent when he granted temporary custody to Richard and Carol. I felt my legs go weak. Sadie started screaming for me, but the bailiff held her back. The supervised visits were torture, 2 hours weekly in a sterile room. Sadie would cling to me, whispering she wanted to go home. She'd stopped eating at her grandparents' house and lost 5 pounds. 3 weeks in, Mrs. Smith pulled me aside. She'd been Sadie's teacher since kindergarten and lost her own mother young. She'd been documenting everything Sadie hasn't spoken in class for a week. She said, showing me her notes. The school psychologist, Dr. Morgan, confirmed severe regression. They recommended increased visitation. But Richard and Carol pushed back. They claimed I was stuck in grief and couldn't properly parent. He's confusing the child by not moving on. Carol told the judge they offered to let me see Sadie monthly if I agreed to permanent guardianship. I stood up in court and said, "No, my daughter needs me and I won't abandon her." They filed for permanent guardianship anyway, citing ongoing neglect responses. Things got really bad after that. Parents at grief support started avoiding me.